I want to show you a well thought out design I came across. This is a control box taken from a CNC mill. It has a Delta Tau CNC controller, 3 Technic servo drivers, a 48 volt power supply, extra bolt, and a spindle driver. It's a pretty sweet setup for a DIY CNC machine. As you can see, there are many wires going to the various components outside, like the servo motor, the encoders, limit switches, etc. To fit all the wires through one hole isn't that big of a deal, but if you count for all the connectors, the size of the hole would have to be quite large. Look at the size of that Molex connector. There are 3 of them to fit through that hole. This clever design allows for all the cables with their connectors to fit through while maintaining a relatively small through hole that has a grommet to prevent the cables from chafing. The engineer made a rectangular slot big enough to fit the largest connector and the cables, then a clean round hole that accommodates the grommet. This design has many benefits. It allows for the ability to add more wires later. It doesn't limit the purpose of the machine. If you have ever built something, you will know that almost no one ever designs the wiring harness into the CAD design. We just assume it'll work out, or that the controls engineer will figure it out. So if you build provisions into the design in the early stage, it makes life much easier later when the electrical engineers decide they want to add 5 more things to the machine. As an engineer, when I'm designing a system, it is really easy to over-engineer it, which is fine for the first revision, but what separates the average from the good is how you keep it simple stupid. A well-engineered product or solution is the most simple, yet most efficient design, which is way harder to do than it sounds. If you enjoyed this video, consider leaving a like. Also, if you'd like to see more, consider subscribing. Bye!